won't believe me, but the scabs on my body weren't wounds. They were alive. I'm exhausted, shaking, and honestly terrified. But I can't keep this to myself anymore. I'm not speaking to my parents right now, so I'm telling you, even if you think I've lost it, it started quietly. That's the worst part. 2 weeks ago, I noticed a rash on my left hand. Small red marks, nothing dramatic. I assumed it was stress or dry skin. I work long hours, I don't sleep well, and my apartment is cheap. Nothing about my life screams healthy. But the itching wouldn't stop. Every morning, I'd find new scabs, not cuts, not wounds I remembered getting, just crusted spots like my skin had torn overnight. They climbed up my arms slowly, day by day, until my shoulder looked like I'd been dragged through thorns. I tried everything: creams, aloe, hot showers, cold showers, antihistamines. A doctor told me it was an allergic reaction. To what? She couldn't say. Another doctor gave me more pills. A specialist appointment was scheduled for a month later. A month felt like a lifetime. I took sick leave. My boss practically gagged when she saw me. Between the meds and the constant itching, my brain felt foggy. Sometimes I'd swear a scab wasn't there an hour ago. Other times I'd reach to scratch and feel something thick under my fingers that hadn't existed before. Like my skin was changing when I wasn't looking. The moment everything broke was at 2 a.m. I was standing in front of my bathroom mirror, tugging at the tired skin under my eyes, when I noticed a scab on my lower eyelid. That alone should have been impossible. It was small, dark red, wet-looking, like an old wound, and there was a thin black line sticking out of it. I told myself it was an eyelash trapped in healing skin. That explanation barely made sense, but I needed it to. I touched it. Pain shot through my face and the scab shifted. Not slid, shifted. That's when I realized the black line wasn't hair. It was stiff, anchored, connected deep. I knew I shouldn't touch it again. I knew that. But I couldn't leave it there, just sitting on my eye, mocking me. I grabbed tweezers, alcohol, a bandage. The thing resisted, slipped away every time I tried to grip it, like it knew. On the 4th attempt, I lost patience and yanked. It came free with a sharp sting and a smear of blood. I slapped my hand under my eye, breathing hard. When I looked back at the sink, the scab was moving, not twitching, kicking. I stared as tiny legs unfolded, as the scab flipped itself over and tried to crawl. It wasn't a wound. It was a beetle. Its shell was the exact color and texture of dried blood. Not similar, not close. Perfect. I washed it down the drain, hands shaking, telling myself it was a fluke. A parasite, a bedbug, something explainable. That illusion lasted about 5 minutes. I checked my mattress. Nothing. Sheets. Nothing. Then I saw another one on the bed frame. Bigger. The same rusty red shell. That's when the thought hit me. I looked down at my arms. The scabs were everywhere, and on some of them, thin black lines, moving. I panicked. I scratched. I ripped them free. Some fell and ran. Some tried to crawl back onto me. One disappeared into my shirt. I screamed and tore my clothes off, slapping at my skin until it burned. Alcohol was the only thing that worked. I poured it over myself. The pain was blinding, but 2 of the creatures dropped onto the floor, writhing. After that, everything blurred. The police came. So did people in protective gear. My apartment was declared hazardous. I was taken somewhere clinical. White walls, chemical showers, observation. I heard someone say a name while taking notes. Dermestus scabiformis. So apparently, this has happened before. It's been 2 days. My skin is healing. New scabs are forming. The doctors keep telling me not to pick. But now that you know what they are, tell me, wouldn't you?